So that means it's weekly on Wednesday. I'm live streaming, so it would be weekly on Wednesday live streaming with Brett, which is me. Hi, I'm Brett. But now that I'm not playing music, as I'm still healing my injured arm, it is weekly on Wednesday video view party with Brett. That's me. And I'm really excited because today's video view party is for my fourth music video. It's still for my first album called Calculated, which is I guess it's a fan favorite, but it's also a personal favorite. It's like when I stopped making these kind of or trying to make these really like intricately super set super produced videos with a budget I don't have, and I really started stripping it down and making it a little bit more personal. So so here's how it goes. I show you a little bit of the video, and then I rudely interrupt it, and I comment on the first few minutes. If anyone has any questions, then I love when you ask them. But if not, I just keep going and I just keep talking. And then I play a little bit more of it. And often I forget to share a screen, or I stop sharing one screen and then another, and you have to yell at me. And that's part of the fun. So before I do that, I'm going to see if anyone is here yet. I see Sid's here. Steve is here. What's up? Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm simultaneous on a bunch of sites. So if I don't see your chat, then hopefully I will later. My arm is doing okay. Thank you for asking, Sid. It's been like a month in physical therapy, and it's just finally starting to get better. It was really frustrating for a little bit. Hey Randall, how are you doing? I saw my doctor yesterday, and like I was gonna maybe see a specialist and have to get a cortisone injection, but thankfully I don't have to do that. It's like actually starting to heal on its own, which is wonderful. Because tendons don't always heal. Sometimes you have to get surgery, which I don't have to do. Steve is logged on to both platforms. Steve and his bionic eyes. I hope you are feeling great. Steve has wonderful eyes. He's a photographer, so he has great eyes. So, okay, here's how we're going to do. I'm going to stop sharing my face, okay? Watch this. I'm going to go away. 1, 2, 3. I'm gone! Okay, cool, that worked. Then I am going to, let's see, make the video full screen, and then I'm going to share the video. And then I'm going to try to turn off my audio and just turn on the audio of that. Okay? Bye.
Highly calculated, highly deliberated, analyzing sensations, creating my calculations, unnaturally complicated, fearfully obfuscated, strangely infatuated with the world I've created has kept me safe.
Okay. There's no sound. Thank you for letting me. Thank you for telling me. Someone on Twitch is telling me there's no sound. Someone on YouTube is telling me there's no sound. Okay, great. I just freaked out because thank you. So we were just watching the calculated video, and then accidentally afterwards I said no streaming. Okay, we're back. So we were just watching the calculated video, and it starts off in my bedroom, and from there I am showing you I am parting my hair sideways. I am putting on a business suit. I'm going down and into some sort of boardroom, okay? And you could tell from there I'm writing words on the wall. Everything is extremely to the T. Everything is extremely structured. And, you know, it's strange. I'm kind of complicated like this. Like, that's how it feels that I am, and that's how it feels that I live my life. But ultimately, I'm also like this artist who wants to break free of all of this regimen and really like bust out and have this exciting life. So there's constantly this complication. Okay, so I'm gonna actually go back. So I stopped right before the first chorus. Thank you for your patience. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna play the first chorus, the first verse into the first chorus. I'm not gonna stop. So you'll see that all again from the bedroom. Everything calculated routine. You go down into the boardroom. Keep in mind, this is all in my building where I live. So that's like the second floor. We have all these office spaces I was able to use. And then I'm going to go through the chorus this time. I promise I will not mess up this time. You guys are the best. Okay.
Highly calculated, highly deliberated, analyzing sensations, creating like calculations, unnaturally complicated, fearfully obfuscated, strangely infatuated with the world I've created. This place I've made has kept me safe, has kept me wrapped in waves of hate. 'Cause when you're down, you feel no fear, no fate to lose, no failure here.
Okay. Great. So I think we got it now. So thank you for that. So now, as you see, we start here in my room. And then I go down, I do my whole routine. I'm in my suit, which I don't ever wear anymore. And then I go down into, it looks like it's going to be some sort of business meeting. And then it's like the rebellion starts, right? So I start writing on the wall, which by the way, I got from a really great Bright Eyes video, Easy Lucky Free, such a wonderful song. And I start writing on the window. And then instead of a board meeting, I start playing the piano. So I start trying to break free. The whole thing is I feel like I'm sort of bogged down by this sort of overly conservative, overly thought out part of myself, and I want to break free from it. And so that's where we are so far. It's funny, someone commented before, like, oh, your hair is getting so long. Like, no, this is kind of an older video. So this was from my first album, which is a good deal of years old now. So you can, so you can sort of tell. Okay, cool. So that's where we're up to now. Now, I guess we should keep going unless anyone has any sounds. Thank you for tuning in, Donna. Hey, Paolo, good to see you. So, so I also have a remix of the song, which we are going to watch after this. Okay, my friends? So let's just keep going because the song and the video do change a good deal, and I'm excited to share it with you.
Highly calculated, highly manipulated, breaking down math equations, creating falsifications, ignoring all that is fated. Now focus on the frustrated, destroy the organizations, reject all of God's creations.
Okay, so now it's mixing up. So from there, we are taking it back. First, it goes back to the morning routine. Okay, but this time it's sort of different. You see this sort of time lapse stuff. Now, instead of immediately going and putting on a suit, you see it's sort of hazy, sort of getting ready for a different kind of day this time. I really love that time lapse kind of vibe. And this time, instead, I suit up and I put on my rollerblades, and I put on this cool, like, bright pink shirt. Which, by the way, I love that bright pink shirt. I really wish it fit me better. It is way too tight. When I was in Rome for a while after college, my partner my partner at the time had that, and I was constantly borrowing it from him. I think it's like a British soccer jersey, but I was like, that's the gayest soccer jersey ever. I want it. That really is me. That is not how I really do my hair, Vincent. I definitely don't. I do not do my hair at all. Cool. Thank you for checking out the video to Red 2 Electric Boogaloo on Twitch. I'm glad you like it. Donna, I am a lefty. Are you a lefty? Yeah, I'm very much a lefty. It is a blessing and a curse, but mostly a blessing. Everything is a blessing and a curse. There's always a good and a bad side. So from there, I put on my rollerblades. Now, I love rollerblading. When it's nice out, I like to rollerblade all around Brooklyn. I live by the water, and so I like to go down by the pier and rollerblade. And you would be amazed how much hassle I get about rollerblading. Like, first of all, I think it's kind of come back a little bit, but there's something like I used to get mocked about, like it's such an old school, 90s gay thing. And sure, I'm gay, and sure, I'm like from the 90s, but no, it's just fun. It's like, it's so fun to just be on wheels and just move your body forward. There's something about that just makes me feel so free. Oh my gosh, so many lefties here. That's amazing. So like, there's something about rollerblading that just makes me feel so free, and having this like pink bright shirt. So, but the interesting thing is, where am I going on those rollerblades? How am I mixing things up? So you'll see I go from out the door of my home, and then I immediately end up, it looks like I am gay. Yes. So then I immediately go, so some genius on Twitter says, after I tell them I'm gay. So immediately from my apartment, you see, then I'm going down, like from a city apartment, I'm going down the street that looks kind of a little bit more rural, a little bit more suburban, and there's kind of like trolley tracks in the middle. Now that is where it gets even more personal. So I start off in my current home here in Brooklyn, and then I take you to where I grew up, to, you'll see in a minute, the playground that I grew up playing in as a young boy, or as a young gay boy, Jaden Zaid on Twitter. I must be specific. And I freaking love, this is my favorite part of the video. Hey, Martin. Yeah, it's really fun. I mean, I bike around a lot now too. Biking is really special. I love doing that. You'll see I'm playing in chalk, like I'm writing the lyrics in chalk. And like, I immediately just wanted to go to all of these simple childhood-like things. For me, the way that I can get out of my head, because I overthink a lot, I go to dark places, is just to connect with my childlike nature. I think everyone has a very childlike nature deep down in them, and I've worked with kids. I've always worked with kids, and that's always helped me to switch into that kind of of attitude. And fortunately, I've been able to access it easily in my life. So, I brought chalk and I wrote the lyrics out. I brought my rollerblades and I gaily sauntered down the water, down the street to the water. It was just a blast. So, yeah, so that was on Long Island. And here I am in Brooklyn. And now, how about we watch the rest of the video?
Now calculate the emotional weight to balance the scales. Lower my heart rate. This place the prey for quick escape from ambition and fulfilled faith. By your identities into infinite possibilities, you can live multitudes full around you and dualities when none can fail. You can invite them in, calculated.
Yes. Cheers, cheers, applause. All right, so we took you into the park. The spinning around. I hope no one got too dizzy. I hope that no one gets motion sick. My director kind of did. I mean, it was just him and I, so you can imagine. You can imagine how much fun that was. So it's like, I forget what it's called. It's not like a merry-go-round. A merry-go-round is when you're on like the little horsies with the sticks and it's mechanical. This is like one of those ones where you just sort of sit and you either have a grown-up spin you, or one person has to like hold on and push with their feet and spin, like around and around. But this was a really tiny one. There was two. There's a big one and a small one. And I always love going on the small one because I could spin it really fast and then just jump up and hold on really tight. And I'd be spinning so fast, it like the centrifugal force would be like throwing me out. And man, I remember one time, like when I was a teenager, my friends and I were like, "Oh my God, let's go take, what's that stuff that you take for like stomach, for like seasickness? I forget what it's called." We were just like, "Let's take some of that and go spin at the playground." It was fun. I love playground. I was like, the playground, I'm in, sure. So that was a joy. And I mean, what I really am proud of is just how the video goes from like this sort of, I mean, it's not static in the beginning. There's motion, but the motion goes from like linear to circular. And it goes from like black and white to full vibrance and color. Yeah, hey JP, oh my gosh, you had one of those in your yard? I freaking love those. I would have gotten into so much trouble if I had one of those in my yard. And then, okay, a few other things in the video I haven't pointed out. So there's this clock reference. So in the beginning of the song, there's like a ticking of a clock, which, for me is just like, okay, that's steady. I have to stay to this. Dramamine, thank you, Donna. Donna, it was Dramamine. We're all like, let's take Dramamine and just spin at the playground. So dumb, but fun. I didn't need the Dramamine. I never get nauseous. So the clock is, the clock is like this steady ticking, sort of like a tempo that I have to stay to. I have to stay on time. I can't fall off. But then also, like, I liked having the vision of the clock. One, it was a cool vision, and I wanted to have more stuff to cut. So that was just shot here in my room. We just brought in a projector and did some cool stuff against it. But also, like, I liked the idea of time as sort of being like the connector between who I am now, which at the time was like this person who struggled, who felt this sort of death of this innocence, who felt this kind of inability to be spontaneous and carefree. And then it was sort of just like this lapse of time, this realizing that, like, you know, no, like that childhood energy is always within you. And you can physically go back to a place and realize that time has been standing still. And then you can go back to Brooklyn and still have that same feeling. And, you know, like, I really believe that, especially as I get older, that, like, you know, childhood, adulthood, like, we're all ultimately not always the same person, but that, like, time is so elastic, and it can be compressed, it can be stretched out, but ultimately we can always access these parts ourselves. So, you know, as it's funny, like, I felt like such an old, grumpy person when I was like 17, 18, 19. And now this is like almost 20 years later, and I feel like younger and more excited and energized than I ever did before. Happy holidays, Charles. Thank you, Sid. I'm so glad you like this video. It is like the first video of mine where I was just like, that's it. I'm really proud of it. And so this is my third video with Bill Murray. Well, William Murray. So I don't know if he's watching now. You knocked another one out of the park. We did 2 more together. The next 2 were for Manifest. All of these. Wait, right? No, there's Imposter. Oh, we have Imposter next week. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. We got a few minutes left. Now I'm going to sing Calculated, the song. But I do have the instrumental version to sing along with. Okay, so I'm so silly. But what I did to mix things up, I didn't do this on purpose, but now I realize, like, I did this to mix it up. It's fun. So I've so far been singing along with the full song. I'm going to try to sing along. There was a remix of the song. It was kind of fun. Do I not have the remix? Maybe I don't. I thought I did. I'm going to try to sing along with a remix. Okay? Can we handle it? Let me just make sure I have the lyrics up, because the remix is what I downloaded. Yes, Donna, we should all be alive, in touch with the part of ourselves, with our childhood selves. It makes life so much more fun. Oh yeah. Okay, so there's a fun remix of this song. Okay, I actually had a bunch of remixes of this song done by, like, friends and fans when I started. So, okay, I'm gonna try to go with the remix. I got the lyrics. Do I have the lyrics? I gotta pull up the lyrics. Okay, I'm gonna sing, Steve. I'm gonna sing. You don't have to ask twice. The question is, do I remember how this goes? Okay. Oh no, this isn't the instrumental version. Shucks. I thought it was the instrumental version to sing along with. Okay. That's fine. We can do this. Shucks. Y'all. Just give me 1 second. Okay. If you can just give me 1 second, I will find the right version. Okay, so let me just talk while I figure this out. So Calculated, okay. Calculated was originally on my first EP. My second EP, which was called The Thawing. So you can see, so that's partly why, like, the other ones, they're all dark. They're all dark songs on my first album, but they sort of start taking a bit of a lighter edge. They all sort of start opening up a bit. They try to become a little bit more intimate, a little bit more vulnerable, okay? And I think you can really hear that more in this video. You can see that more in the video than you can in the song. However, I think what you can hear in the song that's different from the other ones that I've showed you recently is you can hear there's a simplicity and a straightforwardness to this song that isn't in the other ones. A lot of the other songs have more complicated arrangements. They zig and they zag. They take you down one alleyway only to ignore you and go down the other. They have kind of disruptive rhythms that are hard to really follow or move to. Whereas once I started collecting songs for the Thawing EP, which is what this was originally on, I really started to desire connection a little bit more. And so even though these songs still have some walls up, they're still kind of dark, they come from a place where I'm really trying to connect more so than the first album, which is really more so than the first EP, which is really from a place of obfuscation. Okay. I'm ready now. Highly calculated, highly manipulated, analyzing sensations, creating my calculations, unnaturally complicated, willfully obfuscated, strangely infatuated with the world I've created. This place I've made has kept me safe, has kept me wrapped in waves of hate. 'Cause when you're down, you feel no fear, no faith to lose, no failure here. Highly calculated, highly deliberated, breaking down math equations, creating falsifications, ignoring all that is fated. Now focus on the frustrated, destroy the organizations, reject all of God's creations. Now calculate the emotional weight to balance the scales, lower my heart rate. This place I've craved for quick escape from ambitions and fulfilled fates. Magnify your identities into infinite possibilities. You can feel multitudes pull around you, and dualities will not confound you. Can invite them in, calculated. Yeah, so this is a much more straightforward song. It's really just like verse, chorus, longer chorus. What is kind of deceptively kind of different about this song is that there is a kind of cool time signature. Technically, so most songs are in 4, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Some of them are in 3, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Some of them are in 6, which is really just 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is in 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Magnify your identities into 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 6, and 7. And the beginning, yeah. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. 1, 2, da, da, ba. But I really thought of it as like 4 and then 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I forget how it goes. Either way, that's the beat. Let's see. Actually, let's analyze it together really quick and then I'll go because this is music nerdy stuff no one cares about. Let's get music nerdy. Hey, Grayson. Okay, good. We got a musician here. Let's see. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's not it yet. Oh, it's the chorus that's in 7. Yeah. The chorus is in 7. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to count it out before I go. 5, 6, 7, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, that's it. I thought it would be cool. So usually you hear things in 4. So I was like, let's do 4 and then 3. 4 and then 3. So it'll be like there was a beat stolen. Everyone would be like, where's that beat? Alright, that's all. So it's still a little shifty, a little sneaky on this one. So that's it. So my friends, I totally, man, not one of these streams goes down without me messing up the technology. So I thank you so much for your patience and for hanging out regardless. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Sid. Thank you, Paolo. Thank you, Grayson. Thank you, Steve. And thank you, Charles. And thank you, JP. And thank you, Vincent on Twitter. Periscope is going away now, so you should please follow me on YouTube so you can join us there too. Thank you, Martin. Thank you. Oh, all my lefty friends. Thank you to my friend on Twitch who was watching earlier. I'm going to be playing music again soon, hopefully. In the next month, my arm should get better. So that's it. I'll be back next week. We have 3 more videos to go, and hopefully by the end of then, my arm will be back to normal, and I can start playing performance concerts once again. I miss playing for y'all, okay? Merry Christmas to you, Paolo. It is late there. I hope y'all have just the best Christmas, okay? I love y'all very much. Thank you so much. Have the best night. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Festivus.